Quick little update. Allergy and Asthma Center, Western Colorado, sent this over. We're still dealing with tree allergens in the atmosphere, and now we're dealing with grasses. Grasses have started to become a slight problem. It's on the low end of things. Weeds and mold, not so much. Once we continue moving through the rest of May, we'll drop off those trees, and we'll be dealing with more weed, more grass, and probably some mold, especially when we get more of these rain showers moving through. Current temperatures right now, low 80s at Grand Junction, mid 80s at Delta, upper 70s, Montrose, mid 60s around the Rifle area. They're dealing with some storm clouds in the Rifle area. These are not official temperatures for the day, but when we see the official numbers come through, we won't be very different than these, 77 to 85. Across the Tri-County area. Now, tomorrow, basically the same thing. We're going to continue with this warmer than average temperatures. Grand Junction typically 76, 77 this time of the year. So we're going to continue adding degrees to our temperature forecast in the afternoon hours. We're also going to warm up on our low side of things. We're not going to set records, but we are running more mild than we should for this time of the year. Montrose 73, 74. That's about the average for this time of the year. So yeah, not left out. No one really is left out in the cooler conditions. We're all going with warmer than average. Right now we're a little bit breezy, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. We've had some storm clouds. That was the expectation. Storm clouds developing around the midday hour and just kind of building up from noon onward. Slow drift, not a whole lot of movement with those, but by the end of the afternoon they do move a little bit and they do create some gusty conditions. So we've seen top gusts so far for the day, anywhere from the 20 to the 30 to the almost 40 mile per hour gust zone. And these are associated with those storm clouds over the higher elevations, and they kick out those winds, and those winds travel great distances. Now, those storm clouds are putting down a little bit of rain. We're mostly seeing it north of I-70. Radar interpretation, nothing official at Rifle or Grand Junction, but we are getting some light rain showers in these mountain zones, and that is adding to a little bit of the issue. The issue is with the warmer temperatures and the melt, the runoff, and then you add rain showers to it, our area rivers get wide and they fill up. So please, if you're recreating by a river, we actually have a lot of watches, warnings, and advisories in place. We have flood warnings up north around the Steamboat Springs area for the Elkhead Creek. A little bit closer to home, we're still dealing with the Dolores River and also the San Miguel River. Once the McPhee Reservoir fills up, and it's filling up quickly, it needs to be released as well. So we have some advised areas, especially around the Natarita. They're typical when they get those heavier rain showers. Some of those lower sites in the city will flood out. That's parks, that's schools. So please be mindful as you're moving through those areas. Also, the Gunnison coming out of Delta County and into Mesa County. Also, the Colorado River from Mesa County all the way into Utah. These areas are filling up. They're moving fast. They're cold. They're dirty. I jokingly refer to the river as chocolate milk right now because it is brown and it has a lot of sediment, a lot of seeds, a lot of weeds, a lot of tree branches, a lot of debris. So just be very careful whether you're recreating in or just spectating on the side. Those banks, those could collapse, so please. On radar right now, again, most of the action is just kind of training off towards the north. There's not a whole lot of intense showers. These are just spotty little buildups by the time we get to the sunset hour. They should collapse in on themselves. We're still going to be dealing with partly cloudy skies tonight, and we'll keep partly cloudy skies into the forecast for tomorrow. With sunshine, I mean, the sunshine's got to be there, and we will warm up, and we'll do it again once we get into the late afternoon hours. These little rogue cells just kind of trickling around the area. Now, this is all in part due to the high pressure system outside of the Four Corners region. We're just on the northern, northeastern periphery of that. So this is cycling around, bringing some of that moisture in from the eastern Pacific, and sometimes we're also getting a little of a kick of assistance from a low pressure system also in that same region. So this is where we're going to be through tomorrow afternoon, just kind of hanging on this edge. Do have a cold front that's going to pass down from the north, from the Canadian provinces. This is going to swing down east of the divide, and that'll open up the window for everything to the west of Grand Junction. We'll start to get a little kicks of energy swinging through, and that'll help charge up our atmosphere. That'll help get some of those showers and thunderstorms developing towards the late week period throughout the weekend. So we will see a chance every day, just like we have been today, yesterday, tomorrow. But once we get to the end of the week, after that cold front passes through, and that's That cold front is specifically for the Front Range, so they're going to get a lot of active weather out of it. We're just going to have that potential on the western half of the United States to see more of that energy coming at us from the Pacific Northwest, more of that moisture coming at us from the Southwest, Eastern Pacific. You can see, though, the temperatures for Grand Junction fairly steady in the mid-80s. Again, above the averages for this time of the year. Montrose also fairly consistent with the temperatures. We are at the averages. Remember, 74 is right about where we need to be for this time of the year, and you can see the numbers right there. It's still breezy with the forecast for the next couple of days, but for Montrose and areas further to the Four Corners region by the end of the week, we're going to have a lot more rain shower opportunities.